I'd like to welcome the viewers of Yiboneh and Torah Anytime from the Rabbi Kiva Yeshiva. We are presenting another shir from the Kavanah L'Mitzvos Foundation, where we're trying to take activities that look like they're mundane and show the divine power in them, and also to make mitzvahs we do all the time more meaningful. So, on that note we're going to work on Alienu L'Shabeach. We're going to have a series on this, which Rav Moshe said that, Alienu is something that unfortunately you're like this with your tefillin if you're in shul, or some people are even in the car when Alienu is being said. It certainly deserves much more respect than that, and we're going to explain why. And in fact, Ronnie pointed out the Arizal is quoted as saying that Alienu has phenomenal spiritual effects. And the Bnei Yisachar say, let's say you had not the greatest Shmona Esrei, if you can repair it if you say Alienu with Kavanah. I'll tell you another one. There was a Rav Weissfish, who actually his grandfather, great-grandfather, was one of the builders of Mea Sharim. And he told me about his grandfather, or great-grandfather. He would go to the Kotel Maravi. This is in 40s, something like this. And he would recite Alienu in tears for an hour. Every day. You hear how powerful Alienu is. Yeah, unbelievable. And was that 60 years ago.
On Sunday night when Ed Sullivan was on.
Okay, so to realize the purpose of Alienu, we have to go to the Kriya Shema. Okay? So also if you're following on, if you could grab a Kriya Shema, but I'll try to make this clear. Okay? The famous line, Shema. Okay, most sitters will have this. The word Shema, okay, for everybody, Shema Yisrael, Hashem is our God, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem is Echad. Does anyone notice that there's two letters that are enlarged?
Yep.
Yeah, which ones?
The Ayin and the Dalet.
The Ayin and the Dalet are Yoter Gadol. They're larger. What does Ayin Dalet spell? Aid. What is an aid? A witness. What's the purpose of a witness? He's there to tell us about something that we didn't see it. But a witness, yeah, we did not see something, and someone comes to testify to tell us there. That's the matara, that's the tachlis of a witness. Okay? Now let's go to Alienu. Where do you see this? Right. Yeah, turn to Alienu. Okay. Tell me when you're there. Okay. Turn to now find Alienu. Page 280 in the art scroll that I'm in. You got it, Moshe?
Yep.
It's Ronnie, you have it? You all have it?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 paragraphs in Alienu. What's the first letter in the whole prayer?
Ayin.
Ayin. Go to the end of the first paragraph.
Right.
What's the last letter in the first paragraph?
Oh, wow, a Dalet.
Dalet, aid. Wait, but we're not done yet. All right, you see that, everybody? Yeah, you got it, it. Right, look, Alienu, Ayin, first letter, end of the paragraph, Dalet, Ode, right? Dalet, aid. Ready? Next, Al Kain. Second paragraph, Ayin. Very last word, Echad, Dalet.
Wow,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Using my suit, it says
Okay.
VLK.
Oh. We know it's wrong. Okay. All right. Yeah. So ready, everybody? Let's understand this, okay? Now, everything I am sharing with you is according to the Abu Draham. Many moons ago, I wrote a sefer on Alienu, and I used the Abu Draham to explain it. Let me tell you who the Abu Draham is. The Abu Draham was a Rishon who the Mishnah Berurah brings. He wrote like seminal halachas on the Siddur, and he also wrote in quotes a commentary. Why do I say in quotes? What he does with Alienu L'Shabeach is not in the Tanakh, okay? Meaning, if it's in the Tanakh, you have Rashi and the Ibn Ezra and all the great commentators. But this prayer was not redacted in the Tanakh. However, this prayer was written without question by Ruach HaKodesh. There are two authors that Alienu is attributed to. The first paragraph was written by Yehoshua ben Nun. And he composed this prayer when the walls of Jericho collapsed. Okay? That's paragraph number 1. And by the way, I don't remember how they do it, but Yehoshua was really Hosea, right? Until Moshe added his name. So when he wrote this, his name, Hosea, is embedded in the words of the first paragraph. I don't remember how, but he should have said Yehoshua, but he was such a humble person that he used the name Hosea, and he embedded in that. The second paragraph was written by, does anyone know, according to our Masorah? So, no, it was after, well, same time as Yehoshua. Ready? It's the Roshei Tevos of, because this is the second paragraph, Al Kain Nikaveh. What are the Roshei Tevos spell? Achan. Sorry. Achan was one of the Nichnesei into Eretz Yisrael and fighting in Canaan. He was the one who misappropriated. And they had their first casualty in I think it's pronounced I. In I, they were just 100-0 in every war they fought coming into Canaan, except at I, 36 people died. And they did Urim Tumim lots, and they found out Achan had misappropriated. Now Achan was sentenced to death, but he did tshuva before he was executed. And the Gemara learns from this that even if you're executed for something that's Hayav Misa, you can get Olam Haba. Okay? So our Masorah is he wrote this before he was executed. The second paragraph. And there's an amazing connection that Rav Nebenzahl Shlita explains. Okay? Now that's something, right? Elena's obviously got a lot going on. So let's first explain, and maybe I should have had you keep your finger by the Shema. Let's deal with this witness thing, okay? The first paragraph is really talking about the uniqueness of the Jewish people, okay? And we see what the rest of the world doesn't see. Victor Miller describes that, in Yeshai, I think, it talks about the Hoshech Amim, the darkness of the nations. But what does that mean? He says, since the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash, all the different problems we've had, that the philosophies of the world, they prevent you from seeing Hashem in nature and in history. So look, nature looks like Darwin, right? If you will. I don't know, it doesn't really. Darwin didn't hold up. But the point is, you don't see, their philosophies create a darkness where you can't see the presence of Hashem in nature and history. Hugely important point. But we were in Mitzrayim and we saw the Eser Makos, which revealed Hashem in nature. And we left Mitzrayim, which revealed Hashem in history. And we went to Har Sinai and we received the Torah. So because of all that, we see things, we can testify, we can testify that Hashem exists, Hashem runs the world, He's behind there. That's our job. Now, if you go back to Shema, you don't have to really run back there, but it says, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu. Hashem's our God. They ask, and He's not the God of the world? The answer is, Rashi says, He's our God now because we recognize Him. But in the future, Hashem Echad. Hashem will be one, recognized by all as the King. Okay? So, all right, those are the two sections. Now, if you look at Alienu, the first paragraph is us testifying to the world which it rests in darkness, that it's Hashem behind the scenes in nature and history and everything. Okay? But the beautiful thing is this. Maybe we'll tell the Achan thing now. Okay? Achan, why did he write Al Kain Nekavacha? Well, first, let's think about what Al Kain is focused on. Okay? The first thing is talking about how Hashem has a special relationship with the Jews. That's what Yeshua wrote about. But the second, here, I'm just going to read a little in English. Therefore, we put our hope in you, Hashem, our God, that we may soon see your mighty splendor, that detestable idolatry is taken out, false gods cut off, etc., perfecting universe. Now, ready? This word then is key. Then all humanity will call upon your name. The earth's wicked will be turned towards you.
The earth's what?
Wicked. The wicked people will be turned towards you. This is talking about the Geula, redemption. All the world's inhabitants will recognize what's happening here. Hashem Echad. You hear this? In other words, Achan, Reb Nebenzahl explains, created a terrible Hillel Hashem. Because when the Jews came in to take their inherited property, and if there's no casualties and the idolaters are wiped out, if it's 100-0, that's, what is it? You see the glory of Hashem in the world. You see Hashem in the world. That's what was happening. That's the way we're coming into Eretz Yisrael. But when he did a sin, Achan, 36 people die, and now people don't see that we're Am Hashem so clearly. They don't see that he caused the Chilul Hashem. He blocked some of the clarity that the nations were going to have. So he felt so terrible. He wrote this prayer, which is him begging Hashem, let the whole world realize your glory, right? He's having us all pray for Kavod Shemayim to be restored, right? So that's the thing. So at the first paragraph, a perfect mirror with the first part of Shema. Hashem is our God now. We have the responsibility to testify to the world, to explain to the world what we know because we had miracles, okay? That's okay? But Hashem will be one, right? Meaning Rashi, Hashem will be recognized as the only God by everybody. Second paragraph, the whole world will they will testify that Hashem is one. And what you're doing in the second paragraph is you're praying for the redemption. There are so many mitzvahs in the Alienu. We're going to go line by line. You will not believe how many mitzvahs you can fulfill. But right now, just realize what Alienu and the Shema are doing the same thing. They're testifying to the existence and glory of Hashem, and that we hopefully will see it amongst the Goyim as well. B'mihera v'yameinu.
Shamash, Shir, Chadash,